Good morning, everyone. I've been so impressed by all of your grammar work so far. It's amazing to think how far we've come this year and how much we have learnt. Can you believe all the things we've learnt this year? Thank you for all the work you've sent in. Keep it coming to that school email address, and there is a reminder of that address on the next screen. Today we will need the document Suffixes to help us. Pause now to download the document you need. We will also need a date and LI. The date is Friday the 19th of June, and the LI is I understand suffixes. Pause now to write your date and LI. Today's learning is going to be a little bit different. Instead of one big lesson, it's going to be more like 4 mini lessons. There's going to be lots of challenges and tasks to do on spelling frame, and there's also going to be a quiz. Now today we're going to be learning about suffixes. Suffixes are where we add letters to the end of a word to change its meaning, or even change its word class. Let's start with the spelling rule for plural nouns. Okay, I've opened my suffixes document, and let's have a look at the rules for plural nouns together. So for most plural nouns, we just need to add an S. So the examples here are dogs and bananas. Now, if the noun ends in S, X, Z, Ch, or Sh, then we add an ES, and there's examples of those here. Bus becomes buses, fox becomes foxes, quiz becomes quizzes, and church becomes churches. And of course we have bush becomes bushes. Now if it ends in a Y with a consonant before, like pony or baby, we change the Y to an I and add ES. So the examples here are pony becomes ponies, baby becomes babies. Now for nouns that end in a Y with a vowel before the Y, so that's A, E, I, O or U, we just add S. So turkey becomes turkeys, tray becomes trays. For nouns that end in an F or an FE, we remove that F or FE and add VES. So wolf becomes wolves, knife becomes knives. And for nouns that end with a consonant before an O, we add ES. So mosquito becomes mosquitoes, and mango becomes mangoes. Now some nouns change their spelling when they become plural. So tooth becomes teeth, child becomes children. And some nouns do not change at all. Sheep, that stays as sheep, and fish stays as fish. So those are the rules for plural nouns. Pay attention to them because there's going to be a big quiz at the end with everything we've learnt today. Here is your first challenge. For today, I would like you to go on spelling frame. And we're looking at Year 2 Spelling Rule 11, adding ES to nouns and verbs ending in Y. Click on play. There are all these activities you can do to practice spelling those plural nouns. And why not take a test as well? And you can send the test to the school email address. So your first challenge today, get onto spelling frame, and I want you to be practicing Year 2 Spelling Rule 11. Okay, so let's look at another spelling rule. And this is for the suffixes full and less. You might have heard of them before. I know the word with full that you all use in your writing is beautiful. Now, full is really simple. It means to be full of something, and the something is a noun. So we create an adjective by taking a noun, like hope, adding the suffix full to make an adjective hopeful, which means something that is full of hope. If we take the noun pain and add the suffix full, we get something that is painful, full of pain, which is an adjective. So if you bump your head, you might get a painful bump. It is a bump that is full of pain. Now, interestingly, the word full itself is spelled F-U-L-L, but the suffix full is only spelled F-U-L. I know it's tricky. I know it's an easy mistake to make because you know full is F-U-L-L, but the suffix full, just an F-U-L. Got loads of examples here to have a look at. So hopeful, helpful, painful, joyful, careful, peaceful, tearful, fearful, and cheerful. They're all quite emotional, aren't they? Now, if we have a suffix that says we are full of something, we also need to have a suffix that says we are empty of something or without something at all. So we add the suffix less, L-E-S-S, less. Now you know from maths that less means, well, less. 4 is less than 5. And and less is the same when it's used as a suffix. It means having less than one of the noun. So if we are hopeless, we are completely without hope. If we're helpless, we're without help. If we're painless, without pain. Joyless, without joy. Careless means without care. Peaceless means without peace. Tearless means without tears. Fearless, that means without fear. And cheerless, well, that means without cheer. So we have two suffixes here. Full, that means to be full of a noun. And less means almost to be empty of a noun. You ready for a challenge for these words? Okay, for your second challenge, we're on spelling frame again. We're going to go to year 2, and we're going to go to spelling rule number 24, suffixes. And in particular, we are looking at full and less. We have learnt the other ones before as well. So, click on play. There's all these activities to do. There's spelling tiles games to do. All these fabulous activities. And of course, there's tests to take as well. So, your next challenge, year 2, spelling rule number 24. Okay, let's learn another suffix. And this suffix is shun. My turn, your turn. Shun. 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 Now, shun sounds weird because it sounds like it should be with an S and an H and maybe a U, but it's not. It's T-I-O-N. Now, before you stop me and say, hey, Mr. Della, what about television? That's with an S. It is, but that's television, not not information. So they're slightly different. How do we make a shun word? Well, we take a verb and we add shun, and that turns the verb into a noun. So there's a verb, act. You can be acting, you could have acted, it's a verb. But you can turn it into a noun, action, by adding the suffix shun. The verb inform, well, you can turn that into a noun, information. There's a verb quest, and you can turn that into question. You can turn infect into infection. You can turn direct into direction. You can turn educate into education. You can turn protect into protection. You can turn detect into detection. And you can turn inspect into inspection. So, as you can see, adding shun will turn a verb into a noun. Now, I've got a challenge for you. Okay, here's your third challenge. Go to year 2, spelling frame, and we are looking at rule 27. Rule number 27. Here are all your shun words to practice. And of course, wow, loads of different activities, spelling tiles, and even a test if you like. So, Get onto spelling frame. We're going to Year 2, spelling rule 27, words ending in shun. Okay, so I've made you a quiz. Now, this quiz comes with a very special reward. You can get a total of 250 points, and if you can score more than 200 points, I will give you an Emerald certificate next week. So let's visit the link. It's in the Suffixes file, or you can find it in your email. So, question 1, what is the plural of dog? Dogs. With an S. Question 2, what is your name? I'm going to put my name, Mr. Della. And I'm going to carry on with the whole quiz. You can see all the questions here. And at the end of the quiz, you just click submit, and that will send me your quiz. And of course, it'll have your name on it as well. And everyone who gets more than 200 points, I will personally give you an Emerald certificate. Well, that's our home learning for today. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Maybe do the quiz at the weekend, and stay safe.